Good morning, good morning, good morning to all this morning. How are you? I just pray that everyone is doing well, waking up in your glory this morning, giving God thanks for allowing you to open your eyes and witness and seeing another day, thanking Him for the breath of life. Give God thanks on this Friday. He got us through another week. Boy, did this week go by quickly. And I just really can't believe it is Friday today already. Um, I'm gonna have to be really quick with this video because I gotta get myself up and out today. And I just wanted to just make sure that you all hear a word from the Lord before you get your day started. Just to remind you that we don't move on our own. Is God giving us another chance to get whatever we didn't get right yesterday to get it right today? Get our minds right, get our heart right, and get our walk right. You know, God opened us to see new things and how we should connect in love and brotherhood, sisterhood, and how we all supposed to live on this earth and we supposed to love one another and also respect one another. Okay? And that's one thing about coming to America because America doesn't is a melting pot here. It's people that come here from all walks of life, different languages, different cultures, different you name it. Okay? That's the beauty of America. But we are not here to try to change who we are. We are here to help people along the way to know who we are. And when you come and live in America, you have to learn some respect. Okay? This is not the place or the place where you came from or the way you do things from the culture you came from, especially when it comes to you owning any business on this land. You have to do it either the American way or you have to be shut down. Okay? It is about America, and in America, there's no such thing. Well, there are people that do it, but it has to stop. And it has to be now people got to do it the right way. If you're going to come to America and you're going to open up a business in America, it should be other people working there besides people that just only look like you. Okay? And I'm sick of going into these stores, these Arab stores, these Muslim stores, and just only seeing they people working there or servants that are there or they people being the head of the business, especially when you opening up a business in the black community. It needs to stop. Black people need, especially black people, need to wake up and stop allowing this to be in our communities. Because you continue to allow yourself to be the tail and not the head in your own community. And I ain't been talking about this just now when all of this immigration stuff is going on. I've been talking about this since I've been a teenager. Since I've been a teenager. And I am now a 60-year-old woman. When are black Americans especially going to stop allowing immigrants, new immigrants that come into the black community, open food, truck, business, whatever, and you stop spending your money in these people's businesses, especially when it comes to things like our ethnic foods. Black people, you know how to fry chicken. You know what kind of sides go with the chicken. Why are they selling us our own food? Food they don't even eat. I see one up there in is one out here in Wilmington in Delaware. These Arabs own the store. It's a chicken place, but the black people are working there frying the chicken. And sometimes it's them back there frying the chicken too, and the French fries or whatever. What happened to black people becoming vendors? What happened to that? What happened to the food truck vendors that black people should own, or food stores, or grocery stores or whatever? What happened to that? You can't tell me that the government is after everybody. The black people don't get blah blah blah. They don't have to, for their businesses and everything else like that. I don't get it. You know, but I always see black people going inside these places and being the consumers, not the lenders, but the borrowers. And I'm so sick and tired of seeing our people being treated like this, or allowing themselves to be treated like this. And I'm glad somebody, even though I don't serve the party they on, because I don't do Democrats, okay? They too radical. There's a way to do things, and then there's a way not to do things. But I've been watching some of these videos that been taking place, like these people going into places where they feel black people are being mistreated, and nobody's doing a damn thing about it. So they standing for black people. They going into communities. Most of this is going on in Houston, Texas, and black people are going out and they confronting these people with their prejudice and with their disrespect and the way they've been treating black customers. These are those people that own like these little places, like convenience stores, like gas stations, where you can go in, you can buy a snack and you can buy something to drink, whatever. And when they go inside, they treating them and being disrespectful, not even allowing the young people to go use the bathroom. Now I know sometimes kids could go in there and do things in your bathroom and be disrespectful, but I don't know how the communication really went, because sometimes if I had a store in the way these young people are today, I probably would feel some kind of way too. But it's not that. It's how he did it. Okay, but we're gonna go. I'm gonna show you half of the video, but I can't show you the whole video due to the fact that it's not my video. I just want to show you half. You want to see the whole video because it's long. You want to see the whole video, you're gonna have to go to that channel and see it. I just wanted to bring some awareness, some attention, and I seen it going on for a long time. I remember when I was a teenager, coming from school, and I went to school in New York, so I did take the subway to and from. I ain't do like the yellow bus and all that stuff. In New York, we travel on public transportation to school. We would take the subway. We had our bus passes and also train passes for school. And I would get off and I stopped at this place. It was I think it was Hardee's at the time, called Hardee's, and it was on 14th Street, Union Square. That's where I would get off to get home from, because at that time I lived down in Manhattan. So I stopped to get a snack at Hardee's, and I had ordered something, and the food, and when I ordered it, it just didn't taste right. And I said, you know what? I went to the server, or the person at the counter, and I said, look, this doesn't taste right. Can I cancel this meal and have a refund? And he gave me such a hard time and been very, 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 very disrespectful to me. And he was the manager, whatever, and he was Arab. I don't know what the hell he was, but at that time, he wasn't from here. He wasn't American. I could just tell you that much. Probably a naturalized American, but he wasn't American. And he told me, no, No, we don't return food after you tie food and you eat food, whatever. I said, look, sir, I have the right to change my mind, even if I did taste it and I find something. I had enough sense to know that because we had that type of policy in America. I didn't eat the whole thing. I just tried it. I tasted it. And my sister was with me. I was in high school at the time. I think I was around 17, maybe 16, 17 years old because I was still a junior in high school. And he told me, oh no, you cannot bring back food and change food after you buy food and this. I said, look, sir, I said, I only took a bite of the sandwich and it just wasn't tasting. The bread tastes stale. And I'm not going, I don't want it. So can I have a refund? What a hard time did he give me? Okay? Until the what you call it had to come and I said I called the police and I went and got the police and the police came in the store and told them you will have to give her back her money if she doesn't want it. And that police officer was very nice to me. Never went back to that Hardee's again. Okay? Then it was another time. I went inside. This is when I was living in the Bronx. I was inside. I went inside of a I think it was Korean, Chinese, whatever store. And I purchased something there. And once I got to the counter, I looked for the policy of the store. It says no refund. When I saw that, I immediately took everything back out. And then the Chinese person was being very rude, very nasty, just because I returned the stuff back to the store and not even purchase it yet. I saw the policy where it says no refund. I said, "Oh, no refund here." I said, "Oh no." I put everything that I was about to purchase back on the shelf. He said, "Don't come back to my store." He got really nasty, really disgusting with us, really disrespectful. And I said, "No, I will not come back to your store because you have a no return policy." And I don't do business with people that has a no return policy in their store. See, right then and there, I learned because I worked in stores like customer service. Remember, I worked in department stores. I had summer jobs, and from these summer jobs that I would have, things were taught to me about you don't do business with a business that don't have a policy if a customer wants to change their mind. Yes, the services that we grew up in. If they have a no return policy in their store, that means they not a good businessman. You go to your word of God. God even talks about doing business with people who can be liars and cheats. And they like to cheat. Chinese, Arabs, Indians, whatever the hell they are, whatever country they come from, these people are not business minded people when it comes to doing fair business. That's why we are having these problems now with Iran and all these other places in the Middle East because this is their ideology, this is their mindset, this is what they believe in, and the rest of the world don't believe in the things they believe in, so people gotta fight to get what's wrong to get it right. But let's go into our Father's prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Lord, give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy you are the kingdom, the power, and all the glory, forever and ever. Amen. That's why we have to pray every day because you never know when you're going to be challenged with someone that's going to disrespect you, for you not to lose your cool or get off your square and do something eventually you're going to regret doing. So you have to learn how to pray. So many of them living in this country, they've been getting away with it because nobody does anything about it. People allow it to go on, but we cannot afford to continue to allow things that we see in our communities and in our world and in our society that is wrong and continue to let it grow and take root in our United States of America. And I'm not only saying this to black people, I'm saying this to white people as well, to all people. When you don't do business with people that don't treat you with kindness and people that's going to try to cheat, and these people come with that kind of mindset. You got your business opened up in certain communities, and the people, the most customers you got coming in your business is either black, white, Latino, whatever, but you don't treat them with any type of respect. That can't go on. That can't go on. And that's why I say the civil rights belongs to the people. And in order to be able to do civil rights, you got to be a person that just not only going to be catering to one group of people. You got to cater to all people that come to the United States and are being treated wrongfully. See, at the time the civil rights movement was going on in 1960s, that was because the blacks were the ones who were being treated wrong and not protected in the United States of America. Now we got to take it to another level because now we got this other kind of immigrants are coming into the United States, and I don't see that it's only just black people who's being mistreated because there is some uninformed, vulnerable white people, okay? Having to feel bad about things that their ancestors did, maybe. And not all white people were a part of some of the racism and some of the cruelty to black people during that time. And we can't go on thinking that way. We have to learn how to be fair to all people, no matter what background, ethnicity they are, they race, or their so-called culture. I wouldn't even say religion because we all supposed to be under one God, okay? We only serve one God. I don't do all the other gods and Hindu and Buddha because they practice Hindi and Buddha or whatever. I'm going to show them the right way to our God and what our God do for us and not what they God that they practice for where they come from. Because the God that they came from is some type of Balaam, because God is supposed to be good to all people of color and ethnicity and culture. We practice one God in this nation. And if you feel you can't serve the God of the Bible, then I guess you in the wrong place. This ain't the nation for you because now you want us to bow to your God, which is a God of stone. Like I see those Muslims going for that black rock and rubbing their hands on the black. We don't do that. We don't serve no stone gods or no idol gods or nothing like that. We serve the God, the true and living God. Okay? We don't do all of that stuff. But anyway, that's another conversation. But what I'm saying here is that when y'all come to this country and y'all want to be a part of this American family or whatever, y'all have to learn how to be right to everybody. And don't be speaking your foreign language when people are around you that don't understand what the freak you say. And I think that's rude. I think it's disrespectful. Yeah, you can speak your language when you among each other in your own home or in your own time. And maybe even if you have a church, you can speak your service in your language. Okay? But in America, when you serving customers and you in the what you call it, the customers and everything, you're not supposed to be doing that. Especially when people don't understand what you're talking about. I find that to be very rude. Because then you're going to make people feel a certain way that you're talking about them. So when you want to speak your foreign language, you should be speaking your foreign language in your privacy, not in the public around your customers. I don't buy food from them when they be doing that. I be like, you can put that order back. You sitting there saying something in a foreign language and I don't understand what you're saying. I don't mess with them. People better wake up, and that's for all Americans. Even the president himself says one language, English. And if they can't speak English to you, you should not be in their stores as a customer, as a Patreon. You should not be in their businesses. This has to stop. Enough is enough. If they're going to be in America, they're going to have to learn to do things either the American way or they have to go back to their own country. It's simple as that. Or we just have to run them out of business. And they can't do business here in the United States of America. I'm not going to accuse all white people for being wicked. And I'm not going to accuse all of them for being wicked. But the majority. It's the majority. Either you come here to be an American, like you come to be a citizen or whatever, or you go back and live in your own country. It's simple as that. Or go to an Arab nation, a nation where they practice the same things you practice. So you don't have to worry about us having these kind of conversations. I am really sick and tired of these people coming over here to the United States of America and don't want to do things the American way. But anyway, let me get into this video for y'all this morning. And then I'm going to probably put the link in this stream when I'm done, so you can go back and listen to it yourself.
What's Grandma at? Come on, Grandma. Hey, where's the owner? Sir? Where's the owner? I don't want no damn card. Where's the owner? Sir? Yeah, I don't want no business card. I want the owner. How you doing, brother? You shouldn't spend one goddamn dollar in this store.
Nothing. Yeah, I shouldn't spend
y'all
nothing.
Shouldn't spend not a goddamn
I won't spend nothing. They got some pedophile activities going on.
Exploiting a young black child.
Using the bathroom.
Embarrassing a young black child. And told a black child that they could not use the restroom to go and do in the back. And then these no good bastards recorded that child and then took the video and showed it to all of the kids leaving the school, our babies leaving school, and they showing them a video when their classmates poo-pooing, embarrassing this young brother and treating him like he's less than a human. I want the owner.
I'm not using this no more. Go get your money back.
I don't need no lawyers.
No, get your money back.
I don't want no.
Get your refund. Get your money back.
Where's the owner? Where is the owner?
I don't care. Get your money back.
Are you the owner? Where's the owner? Because we ain't gonna make no more goddamn money today. Where's the owner?
And give him his refund too.
Where's the owner?
Kind of Epstein stuff y'all got going on
Do you
around
realize
here.
that video is pornographic? That video is sexual in nature? That is a crime?
That's a damn crime.
I want the owner. We ain't making no more money today.
None. We're gonna shut this whole thing down. And give him his money back.
Don't none of y'all spend no money.
Don't spend no money in here.
Don't spend another damn dime in your store.
Refund his tab for this Arizona. Go get your refund, brother.
Yeah, get your refund.
You ain't paying. Give him his money back.
I'll buy you one somewhere else. Get your refund.
Refund.
I'll buy you one somewhere else. The hell with that drink.
You ain't buying nothing from this old Epstein Island gas station they got going on.
Okay, you don't work here. All right, appreciate you, my brother. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sister. You welcome.
Did you come?
Ain't nobody buying nothing.
And listen, that lawyer, he can bring his rusty, ragged ass up here too.
We don't care
about that.
Because he can catch this smoke too.
To the owner, because he can't stop a damn thing what we doing today.
Nothing.
Where is he at? You Y'all did that to a child.
Yes.
Y'all did this to a child. Y'all did that to a child. Y'all did that to a child.
Ain't no money being made.
Where's Don at, man?
Where you at? Huh? Where you at?
Better call him again. Tell him he ain't making no money. Call him
We
again.
shutting this whole thing down.
That's wrong what he did to that baby.
That's some freaky stuff, man. That's some Epstein freaky foolishness they got going on around here.
Why he do that? I can do that from every day.
Don't nobody spend no money in here.
I'm gonna go to the restroom right now. I do it every day. What's up, man?
How you doing, my brother?
What's up with you, man? What's
Feel
up, man?
very good, man. Man, did you hear what these devils
I use
did?
the restroom every day.
And they wouldn't let that baby use the
I use
restroom,
the
man.
restroom every day. Every day. It's him.
It's him.
The boss, I ain't looking at the boss man though.
Who is the boss man?
He'll be here.
Who is the boss man?
He'll be here. He normally be over here on the gun though.
Is that right? They need to get him.
It's the other dude. It's another dude that we got.
I want to work there with the hair on his head.
That's who be in here to eat.
Don't come in here buying nothing, sister. Go
Yeah,
to
don't
a
buy
store down the
nothing in
street.
this
We
store.
shutting this whole place
buy
down.
nothing in this store.
Don't buy nothing.
I can't believe. Is he on the way? He will. How far away is he, sir? How far away is he?
How far? What time he coming? He on the way, so how long we looking at? About 10 minutes? Okay. Well, I ain't finna make no money till you get here. Don't buy nothing here, baby. Go to the store down there. We shut this whole thing down.
Don't go to the one on Cullen either. They on the same store.
Go to another store. We closing it down.
Let's tell him what's going on. 'Cause I don't want him to be in the dark. Listen, we don't want none of y'all to buy nothing in the street. What they did to a young black child was beyond dehumanizing. They had a black young boy coming from school. All of you asked him to use the restroom. These no good, dirty, racist bastards told him no. And told him to go behind the building and take a poop. And then these dirty damn devils
Recorded it.
recorded it. And then when all the kids was coming from school, the man behind the counter was showing all the kids, the boy defecating in his nakedness, making mockery of him. Now the boy, when he went to school, they made mockery of this kid. They bullied this kid because these no good, dirty bastards who are not from our community, who don't give a damn about black people, dehumanize a child like that. He thought it was funny. The man thought it was funny. Don't you spend a dime in this store. We should not give our money to people who have such little respect for us as a people.
That's right.
Go somewhere else until this man is fired. The one that did this, don't spend a penny in this store. How could we? We appreciate your support, but don't give him a dollar. Because when you give him your dollar and that man is still working here, what you're saying to these people is, it's okay with us.
Well, you hear what he's saying. A young boy came to use the bathroom and were told to go and use the bathroom outside when they have a brand new, they do have a bathroom inside the store. Like, I don't know where you at, but where I'm at, we have a place called Wawa. And the Wawa here, we have bathrooms in Wawa. Now, the thing is that people would purchase stuff while they waiting. They sometimes want to go in the potty room, use the bathroom, whatever. Some people purchase gas at the Wawa over here. People are, like me, I will purchase gas there at Wawa, something like that. And I will sometimes go in there to purchase something to eat. Like I'll go get a coffee or a breakfast sandwich or either a hoagie or you would call a hero, wherever you at, a sub. So I would do things like that, a breakfast sub or a breakfast hero or whatever. So this seems to be that type of place, but I think this is more like a 7-Eleven, whatever, and a place, I don't know, they opening so many convenience stores around now. I don't know. It's so many different brand names of them. But I'm just saying the young boy probably went there to use the potty, and they told him he could not use the bathroom inside the store, so he had to go in the outside and use it. So the young boy went outside and used the potty outside, taking it defecating. And they were filming it, and he was showing it to all the other kids, making fun about it, laughing about it, and also looking at his genitals. So that's why they said do not purchase anything at the store, do not buy anything, go do your business somewhere else if they're going to treat people, children, this way. And they acting racist like that, or they discriminating like that, or whatever. Now, like I said before I started this conversation, I know young kids could be sometimes, there's two sides to a story, or young people doing things or saying things and being rude or disrespectful. But I have had my own personal experience with these kind of people in America. On not stuff that like that, but I had my own close up experience. I just shared about, I went to a Hardee's and he wasn't going to allow me to change my meal because I felt the bread wasn't tasting right. It was stale. And I know when bread is fresh and I know when bread is stale. I had a mind at that age to know the difference. And he was giving me a hard time, but I had to call the police, and I had to have the police come to the store, which I shouldn't have had to do that, because in America, if a customer changed their mind, they have the right to do so. That's why we have, uh when you go to the customer service in stores, people bring things back because something might be wrong with the purchase or the merchandise or whatever it might be. People have a right to change their mind about something and not be given a hard time about it. Or you can offer to sell them something different. There's always a way that you can do it in a way where you can make some kind of exchange of the purchase or the product or the merchandise. You don't have to be so rude. I would say rude or disrespectful. You don't have to cause any problems. And those policies will always seem to have a problem with people that come from places like China and India. Always been those people that come from places of the Middle East, China, India, whatever, that seem to give a hard time when it comes to customer service. They are the rudest, the most unfriendliest, and especially Chinese people, like President Trump said, he have his experience with them working with tariffs, whatever he has to do with the businesses over in India and China, whatever. I don't know if India's been giving him a hard time, but he said China's been very difficult. They've been giving him a very difficult time. And then these people want to come here and purchase land. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't purchasing no land, excuse my language, in America. We cannot allow that to happen. Ever in America. Never in America. Okay? To order to purchase land in America, you have to be an American. Point blank, period. My grandfather and everything, they all brought land. They're American. And that's what happened to the slaves. The slaves inherit land. Supposedly had anyway. They worked on the land, and after they became sharecroppers, whatever they supposed to get part of, sharecroppers, whatever, part of the farm, the land, whatever. So, we not supposed to be allowing foreigners to come in America and buy land. That's the least thing we should allow to happen. No land. Because once they start thinking they could buy land, they're going to try to buy this whole goddamn America and change this whole damn fabric the same, change things, and we can't allow that to happen. That's why we fought for the land. That's why these states belong to America, not to no other foreign country. Learn your history in the Bible. It says that even in the Bible. They're not supposed to be buying land from America. But this video, I'm going to have to put it in the link because it's a long video. They did stand out there. But you're going to see that the people never showed up. The manager or whoever never showed up. But I hope they still follow the case and continue to, stand their ground and do what they have to do to get these people right. You don't do that to nobody. I could see if he could say, well, we don't really allow children. He says, but the kid had an emergency because they said he had to use the bathroom. So some people do have a problem, that issue. They don't want to potty on themselves. And the kid probably has some kind of, medical condition going on, for all we know. And people do have medical condition. I don't like people, but if you're going to have a bathroom in your store, you can't deny people from using it, even junkies, dope addicts, whatever. We could not even we wasn't even allowed to kick homeless, stinking ass homeless people, smelly ass homeless people out of McDonald's when I worked in there. Either if they didn't purchase something, if they purchased something, even if they purchased a cup of coffee, a tea, whatever, they were a customer and you had to treat them right. We wasn't even allowed to kick them out the store and they smelling bad as ever. Okay? And nobody want to sit around no damn nasty, dirty ass person in the restaurant and they smelling bad. I don't know if they changed it, but I remember back in the days, we used to get them in the store. It used to be this lady. She used to come there every day, buy her tea. And at that time, remember when they used to have like the ice cream cones in McDonald's? The ice cream cones. Used to buy a sundae at McDonald's and everything. They could come in there and buy whatever they purchase. They are a customer and you cannot kick them out the store. It's just the way it is. And that's how McDonald's was back then. The one I worked in back in the days. But we wasn't allowed to kick them out. People would just don't sit on that side and eat their food, or some people would just take their food and go. Like some of them would sit there and hang out every day and beg in front of the store, but they can't panhandle. We had to sign no panhandling. Okay, so we were able to do that, but we wasn't able to kick them out the store. So it's just the way it is when you have an open food service and you have a fast food service or whatever. Now, in certain restaurants, they have their policies. You cannot come in there, you can't come in there without wearing a jacket. You have to dress a certain way or they won't serve you. Or you won't be able to allow to eat in a restaurant. There are restaurants like that. I know there's restaurants like that. Where the elites go to eat or whatever. There's certain places you cannot go unless you dress in a certain fashion. You can't come in there with jeans on, no wearing jeans, no outerwear. You have to be dressed in the proper attire. You have to have on a jacket and you have to have on a nice appearance. You just got to dress in nice apparel. Just, oh God, the doorbell. But anyway, I just wanted to just share this with y'all this morning. Good morning, America. Happy Friday. And if God's willing, I'll probably come back with you all later. I got to get out of here and get my day going. So you all be blessed and be safe and stay prayed up. Peace.